Hey everybody, this is Michael's and Steven's showcast of the Middle Ages. Let's start, shall we? There are three important inventions in the Middle Ages, like gunpowder, eyeglasses, and Gutenberg's printing press. Here's what you need to know. The first one was in 1436, and it was developed from the technology of the screw-type wine presses of the Rhine Valley. He had two partners that helped him. One was Andreas Dritzen, who had previously instructed in gem cutting, and Andreas Heilmann, who was an owner of a paper mill. He was the first to make the printing from an alloy of lead, tin, and antimony, which was critical for producing durable types that produce high-quality printed books and proved to be much better suited for printing than all other known materials. Here's how his story probably went out.
I wonder if there's a way to make writing more efficient.
Then he went to work.
I have an idea. Let's make something that will make writing more efficient and more faster.
That's a great idea.
You know, right?
It was then after in 1440 that Johannes Gutenberg created his first printing press, a hand press, in which ink was rolled over the raised surfaces of movable hand-set block letters within a wooden form, and the form was then pressed against a sheet of paper. After finishing the final product, they were done.
This is our final product. Yes, it worked.
Indeed it did. Thus began the printing revolution. Here's an example after the publishment of the printing press.
Mommy, can you please buy me a book?
Sorry, we can't afford it. Son, I got you a present.
Oh my god, it's the book I've always wanted. Thank you.
Inventions such as the printing press would brought influence, which in this case would result to this.
Yeah, I love to read.
Now let's go to eyeglasses. In Europe, eyeglasses first appeared in Italy, and it helped people who had nearsighted problems or far-sighted problems. Here's what Sandra di Paposo said back then about eyeglasses, which was also written in the manuscript called Traité de conduite de la famille, which probably meant the traits of his family, probably. I am so debilitated by age that without the glasses known as spectacles, I would no longer be able to read or write. These have recently been invented for the benefit of poor old people whose sight has become weak, is what he said. Now to Alessandro di Spina, who introduced them in Italy.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Alessandro di Spina of Florence, and I present you the eyeglasses.
Woo! Such that would influence and result to this.
I really wish I could read, but everything's still so blurred. What's this? Wow, everything is so clear. Oh my god, I can finally read. Oh my god.
This invention then would begin to help many people, like that boy back there. You're welcome, boy. Now, let's move on to gunpowder. First of all, gunpowder did not appear in Europe until the late 13th century. Gunpowder was initially invented in China around the early 9th century and spread first to the Middle East and later to Europe by trade routes. Gunpowder played a very important role in warfare. Due to the nature of gunpowder, it became increasingly popular for being easy to use, light, and cheap. Before the 14th century, men had to be completely devoted to war. But this changed with the introduction of gunpowder when an unskilled arquebusier could kill a knight easily.
Hey you!
Me?
Yeah, you! Do you like explosions?
Yeah.
Do you like to blow things up?
Yeah.
And for other purposes?
Of course.
Well then, gunpowder is for you!
Isn't that just powder?
It's gunpowder, let me explain.
The works of this powder made major changes to medieval life. Men no longer needed to train for years in order to be useful at battle. A simple peasant could be equipped with an arquebus and prove devastating against the traditional soldiers. At first, gunpowder was mostly used to scare the enemy soldiers due to its ineffective and only until later was it widely used as an effective way to kill. Cannons began appearing in the West until the 14th century. The bombard was the most primitive form of cannon and consisted of a simple tube. It was especially effective against castles, which, if besieged properly, could be successful assaulted in a matter of weeks or even days because of gunpowder.
Wow, this is really neat. I'll tell all my friends about it.
You're welcome, boy. Spread the word.
There are actually way more inventions in the Middle Ages, such as the hourglass or the mechanical clock, but all in all, that's it for these three inventions. Thanks for watching!
Doesn't this look like something else?
It's just gunpowder.
Are you sure?